So yesterday we did the ABCs of Perfumery, which is the first step in the system, the ABCs of Perfumery. So step one. ABCs. Then step two was your exercise in the afternoon when we talked about mixtures. Yeah? Because rarely do things exist as singles in nature or in perfumes. Yeah? So you've got citrus notes mixed with herbal notes. Yeah? The next step in the ABCs is to consider the relative odor impact. Yeah? Strength has a slightly different meaning. Yeah? So by impact, maybe I could borrow Ryan. Yeah. Impact is like speed. Yeah? But strength is yeah, push, yeah, more push. So when we talk about impact, it's how things hit your nose. So we refer to it as relative odor impact. So there's no machine to measure this. Yeah, I can't put it into a little electronic gadget and say what the impact is, because it depends on our response to that odor. So the reason for the word relative is that it's in comparison to a reference material. And the reason that linalool is in the ABCs is that it's the reference material for our relative odor impact. Yeah, it's a single chemical. It's a little bit out of favor nowadays because it's been identified as an allergen by the EEC. But actually, if you go back 20 years, it was used probably about 17% of all perfumes on average had linalool in them at 17% as an average. I got the opportunity to look at a couple of big companies and look at their stocks and what they bought every year. Yeah? And linalool was the single most used material. Yeah? And it's available as a synthetic in fairly standard qualities. So it's a good material to choose, because if you buy it from Givaudan or you buy it from IFF or from India, then it will be very similar. The only material you can't use as a reference material is natural linalool. Natural linalool can come from hoe oil, rosewood oil, could come from coriander, and they all have slightly different characteristics because of the slight levels of naturals that are left. Yeah? But the synthetic version is the one we use. So have a quick sniff of linalool on your trays. That's L on the, it's just a single chemical. Always smell from a smelling strip. Yeah. Maybe even use a big smelling strip for this. Yeah. Yeah. Do a couple. Yeah. A couple, and then you can use a big smelling strip. That would probably be better. Linalool is also good because it's, in terms of the range of smells that we use, it's about in the middle. Yeah, on an exponential scale, not on on an exponential scale. Now, it has no meaning. We say that linalool has a relative odor impact of 100. So something with an impact of half that would be how much? What value would that have? 50, yeah? Something with an impact of double that would have 200, yeah? It seems obvious, yeah? But it's important for the next step that, you know, that's clear. It's an exponential scale. So something with a smell 100 times linalool would have an impact of how much? 100 times. 10,000. Yeah, 10,000. And something with a 1%, 1 in 100 of the impact of linalool would have a value of 1. And that's roughly the range we're talking about when we talk about our materials we use in perfumery, 1 to 10,000. And there are some even more than 10,000. So relative odor impact, yeah, is the impact of the odor impact of a material compared to linalool with a value of 100. It's just a starting point. So how do we determine the relative odor impact of a material? We just smell it against linalool and we give it a relative value. We say, oh, I think this is half the impact. So what we'll do now is we'll smell a second material, phenyl ethyl alcohol, and what I'd like you to do is get the linalool and have a quick sniff. You're not smelling the linalool. I mean, I know this sounds strange. You're not really smelling it. You're not trying to think of what the smell is like. You're just feeling that impact. And then get the phenyl ethyl alcohol, on the other hand, and likewise try to feel the impact. How does it hit your nose? Is it stronger? Is it weaker in terms of impact? And then try to give it a number. This is the first time you've done it, so don't worry about what other people are saying about it. Just think how you sense it. But it's not the smell, it's how it hits your nose. More or less. More or less. You need linalool? Linalool? Linalool. So, and PEA.
PEA.
So what you're doing is you're saying,
Linalool marker.
Marker, yeah. That hits my nose at 100. Okay, that's 100. Whatever.
And this is standard in perfume trade?
There is no standard.
Okay, this is what you recommend.
Yes, yeah. Somebody tried to do it about 50 years ago with butyl alcohol, but butyl alcohol disappears like in seconds, so it's...
So you'd have to keep...
Yeah, so it's silly. So, first question, lower impact or higher impact than than linalool? Lower? Lower? Okay, now try to give it a number. Is it half? Is it a third? Is it 2/3? Is it just a little bit less? 25? 75? 30? 40? Any advance on 40? Going, gone?
They found it, they are trying to tell us that linalool is stronger than PEA.
No, not stronger, impact. You can imagine it like the speed, yeah. But 70, okay? 30.
Okay, Steve, we got an answer from here. 150.
Okay. 150. So you find the impact is higher, hits your nose more, yeah.
This is linalool, yeah. Yeah, of course.
So don't believe me, believe yourselves. The average result for this
If
is
it's
60.
less, is it half
Yeah.
as strong?
Is 60.
If it's half as strong, then it has to be 50, right? Which is
100.
okay.
PEA. The average is 60. So the next material is, yes,
Does the impact changes over time for different materials? Like if you use it fresh from, does it?
yes, it could do. It could do. Yeah. But for example, if some materials will polymerize, so the molecules
what?
become bigger, so they don't evaporate as well. Yeah.
Cis 3, Steve?
Interestingly, like some materials actually get stronger. Lyral is one of those. Yeah, very fresh Lyral is very soft, and then after a couple of months, it becomes a bit stronger. Yeah, sorry, cis 3 hexanol.
Lye percent.
Sorry.
Lye
Yeah.
percent.
This is next one is cis 3
seconds,
hexanol.
Okay. Okay, so this is the next one. Get it?
Relating to the question, if that's the case, if it does changes over time, then how do companies ensure that the perfume that they make doesn't changes in terms of how it smells to the...
It comes down to storage of raw materials and making sure in your formula sometimes that one material is not vital for the whole smell. Yeah. Yeah. It's a danger if you have like a perfume with 2 ingredients. One changes slightly in quality, and then the whole thing changes. But if you have if 20 or 30, then you like lower the risk of that happening. Yeah. Lower, yeah. So, higher or lower? Okay, that was a positive. So, how much higher?
200.
200? 200? It's actually sometimes better if you smell this at 10% because you even get a better. Yeah. The average result for this is 700. Yeah. So it's. Do you have? Can you give me the cis 3 hexanol and the linalool? Give me is that a pair?
Yep.
Yeah. One way you can do it is to see how far you have to get away from it to see how it hits your nose. That's just what I was going to. Are we? That's the average, yeah. If you smell this at 10%, most people come up with a range of 50 to 80%. As a 10%, this is full strength, yeah.
So to make a TPC, you've got 10 parts and then 90 of other. And alcohol.
Yes, yeah.
That's 10%.
That's a 10%
Do you
solution.
guys just do that in-house?
Yeah. I mean, it's a way to control when you're using. So when you get extremely strong materials, if you had to weigh like 0.1 of a gram or something, the chances your balances would be slightly out. Yeah, and it would affect the result. So you make a solution and reduce the risk a little bit. Okay, so next material, sandalwood oil. Is this mice proper? So this is Mysore sandalwood oil, which we have to get smuggled out
Is it
from
from?
the east of India. Yeah. It's a province which was most famous for producing sandalwood oil.
What's the name of the province?
Mysore. Yeah, Mysore. Yeah. But no, but the trade was controlled by like a mafia boss. Yeah, and then about 6 years ago he got killed by the police. He'd already killed about 300 policemen himself.
So things have got a bit easier to get it now?
No, now it's actually gone exactly the opposite.
Well, the government's put the price up.
Yeah, and what's happening is that they're using the trees and not replanting. Yeah, but Australia are coming to the rescue because Mount Romance, they always had like their own Australian sandalwood, but now they're growing the East Indian variety.
Species back in Australia.
Yeah, and that's due to be online this year.
Cool.
So-
How long does these trees take?
30 years.
Silly people.
Yeah.
Got a good thing going.
Yeah, I mean the price went up from like a couple of $100, and now it's if you're out of India, it's 2,000 plus
Well, how much?
for a kilo.
Oh, and then you have to melt that down yourself.
Sorry?
Then you have to extract that yourself.
No, that's as the oil. Yeah, that's as the oil. Yeah, it's the same. So sandalwood, everybody got one? No, okay, coming. Yeah. Is the sandalwood still wet? Yeah, just get a tissue and just wipe it off. It might. Just do that. Helps it helps you appreciate it more. And me. Is it still wet? Smell it. This is like a little cheat. Helps it to evaporate better. Yeah.
Good. I can smell it.
Okay. Sandalwood? Sorry? You feel the sandalwood is stronger? Well, I'm actually going to agree with you. But I'm not interested in the strength. I'm interested in the impact. No, you see, you. You're not smelling it. Which is the lower impact. Yeah. It's not the smell. It's just how it hits the nose. But what you said about strength and impact are different things. Yeah, we think of them being the same, but I'll explain what strength means. Yeah, it's a bit different.
Why do we have to wipe it? Because it stays on the blotter.
Yeah, what you do is you find you get a better odor. It diffuses better.
Is this like a pure sandalwood thing, or is it a 10% solution?
100%. Yeah.
I thought it's pure sandalwood oil.
Okay. So I actually agree with you, but that's because you don't actually get the difference between impact and strength yet. Impact and strength are different. Yeah. Impact. Yeah. In terms of strength, sandalwood odor is stronger, has more body. But the way it.
Okay. Impact is what hits you. Strength is the power.
So just quickly. Which one was softer?
Again.
Yeah, softer. Yeah, that's the sandalwood. Yeah.
So you call that the what?
Impact.
The softness of the smell?
No, impact. Just
Impact.
it's like a mosquito hitting a wall. You know, it just. Sorry?
I just thought that you can probably just know that how quickly can you detect a smell.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it's the speed at which yeah.
So if something that you don't like or if something that's pungent, does it tend to be high?
Well, no. What it tends to do is it distorts your appreciation of it because you dislike it. You'll feel it's like stronger than it really is. But it doesn't mean it's stronger. It's a psychological thing. So yeah. But how much is physical and how much is psychological? can't say. Yeah, yeah. Because anybody got babies, children? Yeah. Before you have children, you hate the smell of babies' nappies. Yeah. And then after you have children, it's like, oh, it's all right. Yeah. You get a different appreciation of it. Yeah.
This one.
Bearing in mind now, you have actually a couple of reference points for this. How many of you thought Sandalwood was less than linalool? Yeah. How many thought it's more? Some of you have changed your minds. Yeah. Yeah. But now, what you could do is ask the question where you want to give it a value. You have PEA. You could use PEA as a second reference point. And is it less than PEA or more than PEA? Yeah.
80.
So you're getting Sandalwood 80. Yeah. 20. 20. 50. 30. Yeah. The average result is 25. 25. Yeah. I don't know if you heard me say over there. Sometimes, if you don't like a smell, you'll perceive it as stronger or a higher impact than it really is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then if it's like a smell you really like, it'd be, oh, that's soft, and yeah, yeah.
It has an impact. It's a good impact.
Yeah. But the point is that with this impact is just to feel how, as, what's your name? Critty. Yeah. As Critty said, yeah, it's maybe the speed, yeah, as that comes for you to detect it. Okay. Last but not least, isoamyl acetate. This one you'll have to do fairly quickly. Yeah. So don't spend 5 minutes doing it. So because it, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The old triple dipper.
Only one at a time we're going to be able to.
Like a lotto ticket.
Yes, sir.
Hand those round. Do it quickly. Do this one quickly. Hand them round.
This one disappears.
Hand them round. Okay. Get the linalool and this one.
Quick. I'm not joking. When I say quick, I mean quick. From when I did this, you got about a minute before it
Yeah.
disappeared.
Yeah.
So,
Well, okay. You use the other reference materials, cis-3-hexanol, which was very strong. So is it more impact than cis-3-hexanol?
so the number has to be
Yeah,
higher
yeah.
than
My heart.
3-hexanol. Yeah. Okay, what do you reckon? You have to be very quick with this.
No, you'll know it when you smell a 10,000 one. A 10,000 one will be in the range of what they put into gas. They put a marker into gas, so you know it's leaking. The gas is leaking. You know what I'm talking about? Natural gas, yeah. Natural gas or propane gas, they put a marker in there. Yeah. That marker has a range of about impact of around 10,000 plus. Yeah. That's, you know, that's so. Yeah, 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 yeah. The group's E, yeah, because of the sulfur compounds. And garlic has impact. I think I put it about 6,000. 6,000 for garlic oil. Yeah. What are you doing to my nose? So, isoamyl acetate, how many did we get?
1,200.
1,200? 1,000, you were 1,000? 300? 3,000? Now, the average is around 800 for this one. Sorry? Comparative, that makes no sense to. Really? You think that's a lot more still? So yeah, believe yourself. Yeah. Don't. Having done this hundreds and hundreds of times, basically, yeah. And it's also to do with knowledge of the materials and how you use them.